connecting to the real nerds is so easy. You can go to our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, @RealNerds. We also have Instagram. You can call us, 720-6nerds5. You want to email us? You can do that too, realnerds@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Oh no, some scary clown squirted water all over my comics.
Never fear, son! In Colorado, there is one place to go for all your comic needs. Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics.
Oh boy, thanks Coins, Cards, Comics, man. Oh no, there's a lady hanging off that building. Can you save her?
I can't save her, but you can also save 20% by getting a hold slot at Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics.
Oh no, she's falling.
Did you know prices are also falling on back issues at Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics?
Thanks for saving me, Coins, Cards, Comics guy. Now I can buy my son the card games he wants and the sports memorabilia my husband wants.
That's correct, ma'am. Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics knocks it out of the park. So visit 6700 Wadsworth Boulevard in Arvada, Colorado. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And tell them the Real Nerd sent you.
Hey, this is Andre Gower from the Monster Squad, and you're listening to the Real Nerds Podcast.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic Con 2017 and beyond. I am Ryan, and I am joined by the normal nerds.
Brad.
And
James.
And
Zach.
And every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience for the world. This week we saw Going in Style.
We did.
With old people.
They are.
Old people. The
yes.
motion picture.
Stay tuned to the end of the podcast. We'll be introducing. I'm really sick.
You're super sick.
We'll be reviewing the movie, and we'll spoil it. Can you spoil this movie? I don't know.
Not really.
It's a remake, right?
It is a remake.
So
Yeah. Spoilers for history.
you might have already seen it.
You may have already seen it.
Spoiler: JFK was assassinated.
How's everybody's week going?
Good. Not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Stressful and weird, but all things
Yours too, huh?
considered. Yeah. No, it's okay.
I found an $11,000 desk at work.
$11,000 desk.
So we figured it out, the price of it, based off of what brand it was and what design it was, and we found out it's actually worth $11,000.
Did you take it on an Antiques Roadshow?
No.
Did Steve Johnson price it for you on Antiques Roadshow?
No, it's just like a designer brand or something like that. So.
Some old, rich old guy's like, I don't need this anymore.
For the record, I made up the name.
We
Steve
were going to
Johnson.
use this for firewood, but we don't know how to chop wood.
Yes. I'm gonna start the show a little different this week, guys.
Okay.
We're going around town with Brad.
Cool.
So the drive-in's back,
Yeah.
April 14th. They haven't announced the movies yet, but it's opening pretty early this year, so
It's beautiful
next
out.
weekend,
I
yeah.
was gonna say they should.
Yeah.
Make that extra money. They could show Boss Baby and Ghost in the Shell together.
Pass. Maybe Ghost in the Shell.
You know what they are showing is a special event of Up in Smoke.
Oh, are they?
Should be fun.
Is that in April or?
I was never a fan of the Cheech and Chong movies.
It's going to be a stinky
They're
show.
stupid, but they're fun.
I mean, I like stupid movies, but I'm just like, meh.
Yeah, I like Cheech Marin. I like when he dies in Desperado.
I like that he plays like 4 parts in From Dusk Till Dawn.
I like the Dave's Not Here sketch.
Yeah.
He's not here, man. I like his line in Desperado. All I've got is this pissworm chongo.
And then the Esquire Midnight is an anime called Pompoko.
Pompoko, is that?
That's a Studio Ghibli one. I know.
Is
that.
it?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
Poco.
Yeah,
that's what's
Sounds
going on
like
around town.
That is so cool.
And you know what? I have to go around town.
Wait, Brad, where are you going?
I got to split. I'll catch you guys later.
Wait, where are you
sorry, I totally forgot.
Don't-
I can't do the show this week.
Don't take the mic with you. Just, where are you?
Sorry.
Where are you going?
I'm just used to carrying
You know
it.
what, Brad? Take the
So-
mic with you. Fuck you if you're going to leave.
Sorry, guys. I got other stuff to do. I'll catch you later.
So unreliable. Now I know why you guys replaced him with me.
So, I mean, well, fuck Brad.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, geez. So
What-
what's happening in real news?
What a doughy. How are we going to do the review later if he's not here?
You know what? Fuck him. We'll do it without him.
Oh, man.
I can make a puppet Brad.
That's
No.
no.
Dang.
What are we doing first?
Real news.
Okay.
It's real news.
Don Rickles died this week,
And
unfortunately.
laughter escaped from the world.
Aw,
You know, who fucking cares?
No,
hey.
I care.
Oh,
You
Just
shut up.
kidding. That was my Don Rickles.
I know. He was 90 years old, so good for him.
Yeah, no, he had
I
a
mean,
great life.
seriously, yeah.
Lived a long, great life of making fun of everybody.
God, what movie is? I can't remember. It's like a silly movie where he's like the theater owner, and he just makes. What is that movie? And he's only in it for a little bit, and he's really great though.
I remember what you're talking about.
I have the vaguest
Is it
idea.
Wayne? No, it's Wayne's World 2? No. I don't know. Now I feel dumb. But anyways,
Yeah.
Does this mean no more Toy Story?
yep. The Toy Story train will come to an end.
Yep. No Toy Story 4, guys. Can't have it without Mr. Potato Head.
I mean, I guess they can. The truth is, because they've already introduced into the world the idea that toys die in Toy Story, because Bo is missing in 3.
Well, apparently we're supposed to find out what happened to Bo in Toy Story 4.
Oh, is that really?
That's what I heard.
It's a romantic comedy written by Rashida Jones.
Yep.
I love her.
Yep. So,
Man.
but yeah, since there's no Mr. Potato Head, no movie. That's my.
Well, they kept going when Jim Varney passed away.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, if you ever watch any movie with Don Rickles in your life, watch Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah.
He's really fun in that movie. He's also in Casino. He's in a bunch of movies. He's really he was a solid
Anytime
guy.
you meant Scorsese, James just...
I know.
We thought about this in the car. Cause,
Yeah, we fought about it big
I mean,
time.
no, Casino is a boring, not very good.
But there's a great tracking shot where Don Rickles grabs a fucking shotgun.
I mean, sure.
It's just
Okay.
the idea of Don Rickles with a shotgun is amazing.
I think The Departed's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. But the thing you should really focus on with Don Rickles, honestly, go Google some of his clips from the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast.
Yeah, it's good.
You get an idea of how insane the man worked, like in terms of insult comedy. Like he was firing on all cylinders. Nobody was safe. He was a legend.
So one of the last things he was working on was this sort of documentary sort of thing that I believe was being made by AARP called Dinner with Don, where it was basically him having dinner with like Amy Poehler and Paul Rudd and Zach Galifianakis and a bunch of people. You can go check out the trailer for that because it's actually really funny and he's just adorable. I mean, he's old as sin, but heck, it's 90 years
matter.
old. Like, good for him. And he's still really smart.
He was still performing in Vegas and Atlantic City and all those places.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Who gets all of Barbara's jewelry when she dies? That's a Don Rickles reference.
Hey, calm down.
He's upset because Don Rickles died.
Aw. In other news, so Dan Trachtenberg had this movie called Crime of the Century. It was this kind of cool sci-fi time travel sort of movie that is maybe being not renewed, but it sort of was in production hell for a long time. It sounds like that's getting picked up again, only people are trying to figure out how to turn it into a franchise. So if that ends up being one of the next things he does, that would be cool too, because I know it was something he was working on for a really long time. So if that can get off the ground, and then it was also I read the like synopsis for it, I don't know, 5 years ago now, and it sounded awesome, but hopefully that would actually happen. The rules for how Oscars get nominated now have changed a little bit, so there's not the opportunity for things like OJ
I
Made
heard
in
about
America to win or to be nominated in the future. Because it wasn't really a movie. They just showed all of the miniseries in a theater once.
And made it eligible.
Hey, no, I know.
It was loopholes.
It was just a funny thing when like Yeah, I think it made it confusing. At least it certainly did for me at one point.
It's
Cause
very
I was like,
convenient how they change the rules when something that is good wins.
oh, like they haven't been plenty of good documentaries that have won in the
I'm
past.
just saying, Ken Burns hasn't won a single thing yet. And
Does he deserve to?
yes,
I
he
was gonna
does.
say, he just keeps doing the same thing. Over
National Parks movie deserved one.
But anyway, it's just sort of
Guys, there's this guy named John Muir, and he wrote shit.
And then in other news, I don't know. Invincible might be getting an adaptation
Okay.
from Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. Which, I mean, I like Invincible a lot. I think as long as hey, calm down, stay there.
Yeah.
As long as they don't try to like make it, as long as it stays a kids like superhero show, I think I would want it to be good. Like you
It's
know,
not really kid,
not
though.
Well, but it's I guess it does get really violent at times.
You know, I've only read one Invincible comic, and that's when he teamed up with Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I should lend you my trades. It's really fun. Like, it's him trying to do what, like, pure superhero comics should be like, you know? Where it's not bogged down by a lot of canon. It's kind of like what Spider-Man should be, you know?
Nope. Spider-Man is good how it is.
Has it always been good how it is? I'm just saying. There's times. My point is more like, you know, there's those times where it goes through. It's like, how about Doc Ock is Spider-Man?
Yeah.
There's lots of canon and annoying things like that. Where let's talk about One More Day, and let's talk about all the dumb shit that they've done in the past. Let's talk about that time that Harry Osborn maybe rapes Gwen Stacy. But anyway, my point is just to say, like, that book Invincible is really fun. So I would watch a show or movie adaptation of that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys read the news that Vin Diesel basically made The Rock?
He made The Rock?
Yeah.
Like out of stone?
Pretty much. There's
I carved him.
they asked him about like the feud that him and The Rock have. And Vin Diesel said that he was the first multiracial like superstar in the world.
What?
And
Vin Diesel is?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's white.
And that
What's
that
the
he
other race?
showed
Italian?
The Rock the ropes.
What? No,
It's like-
no.
You have to read the whole article or his whole quote. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, it sounds like Vin Diesel's smoking a bit of wacky tobacco.
Well, now okay, look. The pacifier did come out before the game plan. So there is some precedence here. I can see where he's
I don't know. I think the millions and millions of Rock's fans were around before.
No, yeah. Well, no one is arguing that Vin Diesel's not a dumb asshole. I'm just saying that I like Fast and Furious movies, and Triple X was pretty good.
I don't know. You know, when I see the trailers, because now it's in front of everything, the Fate of the Furious, is when that stupid shot of Michelle Rodriguez, and she said, you never turn your back on family.
She's the worst. She's absolutely the worst.
Family.
I get that she's tough. They don't have to prove it to me in every movie she does.
I don't get that she's tough. I've never thought Michelle Rodriguez was tough. I think she's annoying.
But there was that time that she wore an eye patch in Machete and shot rockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that happened, guys.
That is a thing that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there to say? Vin Diesel's kind of acting like an arrogant asshole.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, he is one. That's
He's
what
the
The Rock.
worst.
The Rock called him one.
Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just made me laugh. I was like,
Maybe someday he'll get a slice of humble pie, and then he can be good again.
served by The Rock
Because you have to
With a rock
smell what
bottom.
the Rock is cooking.
through a table.
Yeah. Cool. Honestly, there wasn't much news other than that.
Yep. Yep. This is what's coming out on Blu-ray.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
All right. Hidden Figures is getting a 4K release this week.
A.K.A. Kevin Costner defeats racism with a crowbar.
I know.
That's always going to be my favorite part of that movie.
Segregation.
Segregation, sorry. I'm gonna encompass it all.
I like movies about NASA. That's all I'm going to say. Lion is getting its Blu-ray release this week. which is-
Oscar-nominated Lion.
Yeah, one of the ones that I missed and really wanted to check out. So
Maybe
I
they'll
will
change the
probably-
rules of how things like Lion can get nominated.
No, they won't. because it didn't win, so it's okay. Monster Trucks, the other big release that I missed.
Oh my god, I forgot about that thing.
Didn't that release like 3 weeks ago?
No, it was like February, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness! Still,
It was like Brad Gray's last bad decision. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Second worst decision, because the worst was canceling Friday the 13th. Fuck you, Brad Gray.
This poster is crazy. I mean, it's just the truck with tentacles.
Yeah, I think it actually made more money than they thought it was going to. Like, it didn't make its money back, but...
It sold 3 tickets.
No, Shia LaBeouf's movie in
I know.
England sold 1.
I know.
Did you hear that was like one of the president's like last screenings or something like that as president?
Monster Trucks.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard it's harmless.
I really liked the monster trucks. I liked how they turned into trucks and monsters.
I feel like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but the Phantasm Special Edition box set is on here again.
Yeah,
it comes
Is
out
this
this
one
week.
different? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's like all 5 films.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about maybe just the first one a couple weeks ago. So, anyway, either way. All right, there's like a whole bunch of horror movies this week. So, everybody hold on to your butts. House 2 Stories from Arrow.
I'm getting that one.
Which is a pretty cool cover. It's like a zombie hand that's severed off at the wrist, and it's holding the keys to the door.
Made by Sean Cunningham.
Yep.
Better known as Friday 13th.
Okay. Sean Cunningham.
Wait, Sean Cunningham's birth name is Friday the 13th?
Probably should be.
That's his Christian name. The Bye Bye Man, unrated.
I thought that was supposed to come out to theaters. What the fuck?
It
did.
did.
I'm pretty sure it did.
There were posters for this at the Alamo.
Don't think it, don't say it. Bye bye.
The worst name ever for a
It doesn't
movie.
say bye bye. It just says don't think it, don't say it. But
Like, who greenlights that and doesn't do Friday the 13th?
I don't know.
H.P. Lovecraft's Lurking Fear. I don't know
Just
what
looks
this
like a
is.
fan film.
It's a John Finch and Blake Adams remastered in 16:9. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's something, but it's on the Blu-ray.
H.P. Lovecraft is an interesting character.
Oh, I have some of this stuff out of order, so not all of this is horror movies. The 5th season of Veep
Veep's a good show.
is out this week. As well as
Has anybody here watched Veep?
No, I haven't.
It's funny.
I have watched Silicon Valley.
I had to say that so
It's
convincingly.
funny. It's funny. You know what? Those funny people made a
Why am
funny
I
thing.
struggling? Why am I talking like this?
The 3rd season of Silicon Valley, which I'm excited to get a chance to see.
There you go.
Let's see. Criterion is releasing The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Cherbourg. That sounds foreign. The Young Girls of Rochefort is also a
Rochefort.
Criterion.
Yeah, it's Rochefort.
James Garner in a movie called 36 Hours. That might be cool. I don't know. I like James Garner.
It's
Me
the
too.
middle film for 48 hours.
Never Too Young to Die, which is a pretty awesome looking cover. It's a very young John Stamos movie from, I don't know, maybe the late 80s, I would say. Maybe mid 80s, where he's got a gun, and then in the background he's riding a motorbike, and he's jumping it. And that seems cool. Arrow is releasing Takashi Miike's Dead or Alive.
I like Takashi
It's actually
Miike.
the trilogy, which is a pretty crazy cover. So this is your chance to get that. Oh, I think it says 2-disc edition, which I think means that all of the movies are on 1 disc.
Maybe.
Huh.
Do you like Takashi Miike, Ryan?
Remind me what he's done.
Audition and
It's all right.
Ichi the Killer and 13 Samurai.
It's all right.
Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder in The Crucible. It's getting a
I
Blu-ray
like The
release this
Crucible.
week. I like the play of The Crucible. I've never seen that one.
It's got Milkshake guy in it.
Kathy's Curse. Kathy Cruz.
Kathy Cruz in.
Kathy's Curse. I don't actually know who's releasing this one. It doesn't say on the thing, but
It's Severin.
oh, is it?
Yeah, it's because I recognize the little.
Oh, is that what
shit.
this thing is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't read that.
Severin.
From I thought that was just like some garbage on the cover.
I'm trained to see logos from side distance.
She has the power to terrorize. Oh, sorry. I missed. There's actually a lot of text on this one, so I misread it. I sent Mommy to the madhouse. I scared the butler to death. I threw Nanny out the window. Now 3 of us are left.
Stop playing with the cat.
Daddy,
Is that-
Dolly, and me. Me.
So is this like
all
her,
of that's on the cover?
Is this her confession letter to the police?
I don't know, but I think that she killed a bunch of people. I think I just read you the every scene.
So Kathy kills people. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Dark Waters, a film by Marino Baino. I don't know if this is a religious movie or a horror film. It's also
Can't it be
from
phone? Wow!
What?
What's the difference?
Oh. It's from the same people who are releasing Kathy's Curse. They're also releasing The Other Hell. This is a great cover for this week.
Also known as A World Filled with Vin Diesel.
I also could be unsure if this was a religious movie or a horror film because it's two nuns, and on the cover one of them is like screaming and the other one is like crossing her arms in front of her, and then there's a crow.
It's about a second hell.
And there's a sword.
You thought hell was bad. Get ready for the other hell.
That's true. Is it a sequel to From Hell? Have we already seen Hell?
From Hell with Love.
Okay. We've also got a release of Demented.
I pre-ordered that.
Did you?
It's a Scream Factory.
Oh, okay.
The trailer is so batshit crazy that I got it. I have no idea. It's like this lady who
Anybody
gets like
no noted actors in it? Or?
no. It's like this.
Shaylee Young and Harry Reams.
This lady, like, I don't know if she dreams she gets raped or she gets raped by her husband. I don't know what's happening in the trailer, but she just goes around and starts killing everybody. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, the cover is just her with a cleaver with blood on it, and there's blood all over her chest, and there's blood all over her face.
And it has like one of those really cool Grindhouse like trailers where it's like, she was attacked and now she's demented.
It actually looks like they ran out of money halfway through the poster, and so half of it's just left white.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. So I don't know if she really gets raped or it's a dream and then she goes crazy.
Hey, Ryan, would you find out for us whether or not that lady gets raped?
Yeah, well, I'm going to watch it this week. I'll let you know.
Report back, please.
Drew Struzan was drawing the poster, and he was just like, all right, now pay me my money or you don't get the rest of it.
Something called the Cohen Film Collection, which I've never seen before, is releasing a movie called The Daughters of Dust. Or The Daughters of the Dust. I don't know what that is.
Sounds like a fancy Western movie.
I'm not sure.
By pretentious filmmakers.
I don't know why I opened this one.
Tristan and Isolde!
James Franco's Tristan and Isolde.
Oh my gosh.
Which I forgot was a movie.
Oh
is
my
getting a Blu-ray
God.
release this week.
Before Romeo and Juliet, there was Tristan and Isolde. Do you guys remember that trailer?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I do.
I think
it was so
I was working at
stupid.
Blockbuster when that came out. A new kind of killer to stalk the screen. It claws. It drains blood. The vampire. The vampire is in quotes, so you know this movie's old. It's not even a great cover. It's just it's kind of some kind of lizard man is attacking this woman's neck. That's what this cover is.
He's got jaundice.
Swordmaster. I think this is actually some kind of kung fu
It should
movie.
be called Swordmaster, Master of the Sword.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is a kung fu movie, which is really disappointing because this cover looks pretty awesome. I thought it was some kind of crazy horror film, but it's not. And then very last thing, Star Raiders, The Adventures of Saber Rain. What the fuck is this?
Saber Rain.
I actually know something about this.
Yeah? Oh, please do tell, because this cover
It's a very
is
low-budget film,
awesome.
and part of it shot in Denver.
What?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I don't think so.
This cover is dope as hell.
Oh my gosh.
Star Raiders: The Adventures of Saber Rain. I think that's a pretty decent title. I would totally check out that movie if it was made in 1964. Anyway, that's what's coming out on Blu-ray this week.
Hey guys, I had to come back one more time because I know you're going to forget to introduce Henry's segment. This is the Art House Asshole. This week, he really liked The Love Witch.
I love art house movies. You can call me Mr. Asshole.
What's up, nerds? It's Henry giving you an update on Art House Asshole. This week, I watched The Love Witch, which we actually talked about on the podcast a couple months ago, and I was on the podcast for that. I did not see it then. Brad saw it then. He did not like it. I watched it, and I actually did like it. It is definitely something different. It's very... It is a huge homage to 1970s exploitation films, specifically sexploitation films. So if you like those, I would check it out because it really hits those tones really, really well. And I think if you like those films, you will like this film. But that being said, it's really only for those kinds of people. If you do not like those films or you are not fluent with them, I honestly wouldn't check it out. It really would do nothing for you. or it would, worse, be bad in your mind. I don't think you would enjoy it. So that's the rundown of The Love Witch. I personally liked it because I really, really like 1970s sexploitation films, but that's just me. I am not recommending it to you unless you are someone like that. But anyway, that's this week's film. This week, I think y'all are seeing something. You're seeing something. I hope you like it. I'll probably check it out, too, at some point. But anyway, that's this week, and I hope you guys have a nice week. Bye.
Thanks again, Henry. I've got your back, unlike these clowns.
And this is a segment I like to call What We've Been Watching.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
So what I've been watching... What the fuck, Brad?
Hey guys, sorry, I forgot. I don't know why I left. We have 2 more segments I still have to be a part of. Okay, so what I've been watching this week is Netflix has Better Call Saul season 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, it's great. It starts out really slow to the point where I'm wondering where is this going. Like obviously we know it's going to lead into Breaking Bad, but as far as what the show is trying to accomplish within, I don't know how many, but it might do 5 seasons probably. I wasn't sure where, other than Saul Goodman, becomes like this crime level attorney.
Yeah. A mediocre crime level attorney.
It finally kind of all comes together in the last couple episodes. So I was like, okay, I see what we're doing.
All right. Cool.
But it's a great and slow and subtle and yeah.
I was reading reviews of that starting to get like as good as Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Really? Would you agree?
I mean, I've never seen it, so
No,
I don't
not
know.
you. I mean, Brad.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, I have to talk into the mic, so I can't look directly at Brad.
I saw previews for season 3, and I feel like Breaking Bad kind of took off in season 3.
True.
So what they're starting in season 3 of Better Call Saul seems like it's getting that jump.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So we'll see. I doubt it will be as compelling because a lot of what was going on in Breaking Bad was a lot more dangerous.
Sure.
But I mean, in season 2 they brought back the Salamancas and Tuco, and introduced them into the season. So who knows? We'll see. And then the last thing sorry,
is Danny Trejo's head gonna show up at some point?
Probably not.
Oh man.
I don't know who Danny Trejo is. Oh, Machete.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Machete.
Oh, sorry. Is Machete's head gonna show up at some point?
Machete couldn't get a contract negotiations.
And then the last thing I watched is Netflix also has the Real Ghostbusters animated series
No shit. I didn't know that.
streaming. And,
I don't know why I got excited. Should I be excited?
well, I mean, it's a great piece of 80s cartoon nostalgia.
I know it holds like a big place in a lot of people's hearts.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember anything from it.
It was before my time.
So often when I find these old shows, I like to IMDb certain, like, who were the voice actors, because growing up they were anonymous to me.
Sure.
And I learned some interesting things about the show. For instance, the first season is written by J. Michael Straczynski.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he left after like a couple seasons because
He wanted to introduce a ghost totem, and everyone's like, no.
Yeah, he really wanted one of the Ghostbusters to just walk the earth and save people in America.
The show like outsourced a new like creative consultant because they wanted to tie more in with like branding and things. Sell toys, cereal, stuff like that. And Straczynski wouldn't have any of it, and he left the show.
Oh, that's below him.
Because there's less about story.
Some kind of joke about Babylon 5.
Some kind of joke about Spider-Man that he wrote.
And then the voice cast for most of it is Arsenio Hall is
all of the characters.
Winston.
Oh wow! Right. That was back when Arsenio Hall was alive, right?
No, he's still
alive. What's wrong with you?
Wait, what?
Maurice LaMarche, Brain, is
Really?
Egon.
Huh.
Frank Welker is Ray.
Who's Frank Welker?
The guy who does like every animal
He's
cartoon
Scooby-Doo.
voice
Oh.
sounding.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
And Lorenzo Music is oh my god, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on Bill Murray's character.
Peter Venkman?
Peter Venkman. He's Venkman. And Lorenzo Music is famously the voice of animated Garfield
Oh, no
for the longest
shit.
time.
I always loved the animated Garfield voice. I thought it was...
Yeah.
So whatever
There's a
Lorenzo
ghost of
Music
lasagna.
voices,
Yeah.
Bill Murray does in real life.
So here's the crazy bit of trivia. So Lorenzo Music did the first season, and Bill Murray said, I don't like Lorenzo Music doing my voice as this cartoon character. He sounds like Garfield. and I'm gonna be Garfield. And then,
So for Garfield, A
and
Tale
then
of Two
years
Tales-
later, Lorenzo
Days?
Music dies, and Bill Murray takes over doing Garfield for the live action movies.
Oh,
That was nuts.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Dave Coulier took over after Lorenzo Music left. So, yeah, kind of crazy
Cool.
bunch of stuff going on, like just a
Is-
innocuous kids TV show.
Is the show good?
I've only watched 2 episodes so far. It's, there's some crazy, absurdly drawn monster, and the guys go into town and try to destroy it. It looks animated like the people who did the Ninja Turtles cartoon at the same animation house, which is cool. But yeah, it's just there's a monster and it's zany, and then the Ghostbusters.
Would you say
get
it's more
called on
real
it.
than the other Ghostbusters?
Better,
So real.
better or worse than RoboCop cartoon?
Oh god, I haven't seen a RoboCop cartoon since the 80s.
Yeah, they
Or
used
the
to show it a
90s.
bunch in the '90s on like the WB or something.
I mean, that's
I
probably
can
the same
remember that.
animation house too. So,
Okay,
but yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty nostalgic watch. I don't know what to say about it.
it's pretty cool.
The episode I saw, there's like these 3 space monsters or something, and they could change form, and they pretended to be the other Ghostbusters, so they were like the Ghostbusters competition. And then they like form one giant monster, and then Ghostbusters proton pack it. It's not complicated, guys.
You're saying anybody could write it?
Yep.
All right, Zach. Hey, Brad, you're leaving. Well, I'm going to ask what Zach's been watching.
Yeah, I just wanted to come back for that.
You come for your segment, but you won't stay and listen to what we watch. I
Yeah,
saw.
I
a lot of shit
apologize.
this week.
Look, and it's been
And
like
to be fair, I'd be
294
leaving my own
episodes.
segment if I
This
could.
is come on.
Sorry.
What a dick!
I can't help it. I gotta go. Sorry. I gotta go.
Fucking asshole.
Damn it!
I don't know. He's a busy guy. He's a
know what?
filmmaker.
Don't
Quit-
make excuses
don't make
for him.
excuses
just,
for that.
Just do
That
your
asshole.
segment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess Brad doesn't want to have to hear what Zach has to say yet again.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to hear what Zach has to say either. But
I know.
Zach, what'd you watch this week?
Just a lot of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
We're singing the same song every week.
I know it's been 3 weeks of this, but there's so many episodes, guys. Like I watched Rocket Ship XM.
We could do this for years.
I watched the giant Gila monster. Was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
And the only other thing that I watched this week was I rewatched 5 Came Back but I watched it with my parents this time.
Oh, cool.
And they liked it, so that's the best that I can that's the only real notable thing is that my parents liked something that I recommended. So
I actually think I may go watch that tonight when I get home.
yeah,
so.
it's a really good documentary series. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
5 Came Back.
Five Came Back.
The
It's the
documentary.
documentary about the.
Oh yeah.
World
I
War.
do want to watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I watched this week. But next week I'll have plenty to talk about because we're getting something really cool on Friday.
The Fate of the Furious.
No, new NST3K.
Oh, sure. Yeah, whatever.
Fuck your Vin Diesel movie. I'm talking about the return of Mystery Science Theater 3000, motherfucker.
I know.
Whoa.
I'm excited.
Zach just became unleashed.
You're my dog.
Unleashed
Not
with Jet Li.
anymore. That's from the trailer for the movie Unleashed. If anybody's never seen it,
Oh,
it's
it's-
Bob Hoskins.
No, I have seen the
owns
movie.
Jet Li,
It's
but
that-
Jet Li's a dog. I still don't understand it to this day.
Did you ever see the movie?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's pretty good. I like it.
Anyway, James, what did you watch this week?
Not a whole lot. I am almost finished. I've got one more episode left in season 2 of Love, which is the Netflix show produced by Judd Apatow. And I still really like that show. I think it's really genuine and fun. The only only problem I have with it is at a certain point, the only conflict is it becomes like a Sam and Diane thing of they're together and this is great, and I like these episodes because they're fun and there's jokey things in it. But you're like, okay, by the end of the season, they're probably gonna fight and break up, and then near the end of the season, they fight and they break up. Spoilers. And you're like, okay, I kind of see all this coming, but I enjoy the show whenever I'm watching it. So on a macro level, I'm like, all right, this is obvious, but on a micro level, it's pretty entertaining. There's some really great moments that remind me of
Sam and Diane.
No, just remind me of some of my favorite Judd Apatow moments when he's really when he's really trying to say something sweet and important and
Like in This
interesting.
Is 40.
No, I mean, I actually there's been a few moments to me in this show that make me feel like, oh man, this is some of the best stuff that he's done since Freaks and Geeks, really.
If we're talking television Apatow.
Well, just in general, right? Like this show, if you're like me with Judd Apatow, where your favorite Judd Apatow moments are, when Bill goes home and watches TV after a hard day, or the very last scene of Funny People, or like all those just really normal, sort of verisimilitude moments in his movies that are just about like, hey, this is what life's really like.
Hey.
I mean, that's what Love is, the show.
I was to be like, that's what Love is?
Yeah.
Love is Judd Apatow's best moments?
I want to know what love is.
I want to know.
I want you to know me.
Want you to show.
It's a pretty great show, actually. I think Jillian Jacobs is really great, and the guy who plays what's his face is good.
I like who's it and what's his butt.
They're really romantic and real together, and so I like their chemistry a lot. I highly recommend it if you're looking for something to watch over a weekend. It's a pretty easy sell. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got.
This week I watched a couple things. I rewatched Rogue One. I think that movie was actually pretty good. Kellen really liked it. We watched it this morning. I was in my top 10 last year, and it's still going to be. It's pretty fun. It's K2SO is really great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's still sad. His sacrifice still gets me every time.
It's a good scene.
Is he played by a guy who owes you $1?
He is.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it out of his ass, too.
It's interesting because that's the moment when you start realizing shit's going to go bad.
Yeah, I mean, everybody dies.
Yep.
But it's really great. The, rebellions are built on hope. And I think the scene where Felicity Jones and Diego Luna are just hugging on the beach is really great. They don't say anything, but how they act and emote is just perfect. And it looks amazing. I mean, it doesn't really look like any other Star Wars movie, and it has a really great feel to it.
Yeah. Part of what I like about it is it both does and doesn't look right, because it's hard to say it doesn't look like any other Star Wars movie when it also recreates shots from other Star Wars movies. But I know what you're saying. It has this different feel to it.
I really like how they brought somebody back from the dead.
They brought a couple people back from the dead.
That doesn't bother me.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it doesn't bother me either. They actually it looks like Peter Cushing.
Spoilers: they're gonna do it in episode 9.
Yeah. That character is so well done. I was watching it again to see if I could see any subtleties. I really can't catch any in the model of him.
Yeah.
Because I watched it pretty closely.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that when I get it home, I haven't bought it yet, but when I watch it at home, it'll look real in a way that it didn't on screen in the theater. It's not quite as good, but at home you see that stuff and you're like, oh man, this looks so amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I also watched a movie called Slaughterhouse, which
this sounds great.
Not to be confused with Slaughterhouse 5.
No,
I'm sure we've talked about this in in DVD releases. Which one is this?
It's about this guy named Buddy, and he has an axe to grind.
Yes.
And basically, it's kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre-y, where it's a slasher film, and it's about this slaughterhouse that's going to be closed by the sheriff, and these people are trying to buy out this old slaughterhouse, and the guy who runs it has a dumb son, and his son only communicates with pigs, so he snorts and grunts. Yeah. And
You're so funny.
So Buddy the whole time just goes wee wee wee. That's all he does. He just communicates with pigs, and he can't talk.
So far, this sounds very much like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
But it's pretty gruesome.
Alexander Daddario shows up, and she's like, "I'm your cousin."
Yeah.
Go get him, cuz.
And there's lots of stupid characters in it, but if you like 80s slasher cheese, it's pretty fun. There's nothing that shocking in it, but I mean, it is pretty gory. It even has people hung up on meat hooks like Chainsaw Massacre. And
is it more visual with that?
Yeah, where Chainsaw Massacre is more suggestive, this one definitely shows you what's happening.
Okay.
It's on the Vinegar Syndrome, and they release like really obscure titles, and I mean, you're getting like BB movies with them. I mean, they released the Blu-ray of Jack Frost, so just to give you an idea
of what they're doing.
Jack Frost, the Michael Keaton movie.
Yes.
Because Warner Brothers lost the rights.
But what is really cool is, even though they're like really subpar movies, they still put a lot of special features on it, and they like restore them to 2K. And
what I like about what they're doing with some of these obscure ones is that, like, these are the things I remember seeing inside the video store.
Yeah, you gotta turn your mic around there, buddy.
You got quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, I like that they like those are the things that I remember seeing in the video store.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
those iconic covers like Jack Frost. I never seen it, but I remember that cover vividly.
Oh yeah, because that's how you had to sell them. I mean, James, you remember Jack Frost when you worked at Blockbuster?
Yeah, of course, because it had that holographic cover. I remember when I was a kid, because it had that holographic cover, and so you'd walk by and it would be like, "I'm a snowman," and then it would be like, "I'm a snowman."
Yeah, I was reading an article about like Leprechaun. It's like one of the most rented movies in Blockbuster history.
You know that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is the most stolen movie in Blockbuster history.
Is it?
Yep.
I don't know why.
Clerks once held that title. No, Clerks literally did once hold that title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you're like, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Why do people like that movie?
It's fun.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Stop here. This is Bat Country.
And oh man,
can you hear me?
What else did I watch this week?
Didn't you
post
something?
Oh yeah, the last thing I watched this week was The Night of the Hunter.
What did you think of Night of the Hunter, Ryan?
Well, thank you for that setup.
It's
actually pretty great.
Yeah.
Robert Beecham plays a priest who is a serial killer, and that's where that love and hate like tattoo came from. He has it on his right hand is love and left hand is hate, and he has these like great little lines where he talks about why it's that way. And what's interesting about these, anytime there's horror films or films that deal with murder in the 50s, it's really just suggestive. But this film has some great shots. First of all, it's shot beautifully. There's some things that black and white can do that color could never attempt. I forget the name of the old lady who takes in the kids, but she's sitting on a rocking chair with a shotgun, and she's all black in a silhouette, and it's just her rocking back and forth. And yeah, the movie's it's really great. So basically, Robert Beecham is a Father Powell who doesn't like women, and he doesn't like how suggestive they are, and so he goes around the country and he kills women. The opening shot is, well, besides like the one lady talking, but it's like this crane shot of these kids playing hide and seek.
It's one of its famous elements.
Yeah, and they go running into the cellar, and in the cellar you see this lady's legs like with her shoes off, and it's a dead body. The next shot is Father Powell driving a car and talking to the Lord, but he's not talking to anybody, so you know he's a sociopath. And the next shot is him in like this go-go dancer place, and he's arrested because he stole that car. They don't know that he's a serial killer, and he's put in jail with Peter Graves, who robbed a bank, and he hid the money in his daughter's doll. So Robert Beecham hears this, he gets out, he marries the mom of Peter Graves because he was hung, and he's trying to get this $10,000. And when he can't get it, he kills the mom. And like this really like great shot of her underwater. He like drives her car underwater, and she's like dead underwater, and her hair. It's just creepy imagery. It's really well done.
Yep. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but
it's a Criterion, so there's lots of great special features on it.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance. There's a second disc where it's like a 2.5 hour documentary about the making of the movie. It's called Charles Naughton Directs. And so I need to watch that.
Because Charles Laughton was a really, really good filmmaker.
Yeah, made one.
Great actor.
Yeah, he made one film, The Night of the Hunter, because it wasn't well received when it came out.
Nope.
And now everyone's like, oh, it's a great movie. But yeah, I mean, if I had one critique about it, it's not even really that fair. But, the 1950s, I don't like sometimes how the horror movies end. It's always like, oh, we captured the guy. And then it ends like on this cheesy like Christmas like dinner thing.
Yep.
Every time a bell rings.
It's dead.
Is it that one?
An angel gets its wings.
But yeah, it's great. Definitely should watch it. Greatest horror film of all time? Maybe not, but it's...
Well, that's according to some, like...
I think Roger Ebert said it was.
Yeah, well...
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
No, it's...
I
mean, the movie's really great. It really is. Like I said, if you get past, like, the cheese dick ending... but that's just probably me desensitized from years of watching horror films.
I can't imagine.
Is that what
why.
it says on the Criterion bus? The cheese dick edition?
pretty good, except for the cheese dick ending.
But yeah, so definitely get it.
Cool.
Yeah. You get the Criterion version. Even though the Criterion was really expensive. I got it when it was half off at Barnes & Noble because it's one of the Criterions. It's always like $50.
Oh,
yeah.
And my guess is it's because it has the second
2.5
disc
documentary.
That's why I still don't own Yojimbo.
Yeah, that's why I wait till Barnes & Noble, 50% off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that sale due to arrive again pretty soon?
And that's what I watched this week. So this week on Real Nerds Podcast, we saw Going in Style. James, what the fuck, Brad?
Oh, come on! No, my bad.
Why don't you just stay gone?
My bad. I totally forgot about the review. I'll stay for that.
That's what we do. What do you mean you forgot?
It's been
I
a
guess,
rough week.
Let's stop everything. Brad, should people go see Going in Style?
It's kind of corny, really. I don't know if you have to go out and see it in a theater, but it might be fun to watch on TV later. Yeah.
Ringing endorsement.
And that's all I got, so I'll catch you guys later.
Came all the way back for that. Wow.
Hey, I don't want to miss an episode, so it's the best I could do.
Wow.
James?
Yeah, I actually think this movie is really charming and fun. Like I went with my folks, which my mom is basically responsible for us seeing this movie this week, because she texted me on Thursday and then I sent the message to you guys like, hey, I'm gonna go see this movie, and that inadvertently became this week's movie. So I thought it was really fun. I don't think there's many people in the world that I like more than Alan Arkin. The chemistry between those guys is really great. Even when it is really corny, like they're having enough fun that it's fine by me. Like I ended up enjoying my time. Is it necessarily worth your money? Maybe not. Maybe see it at a matinee or rent it. But I think they did a good job, and I had a good time even when it gets messy. So.
Did your parents like it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they had a good time. So
Zach?
Well, let's see. Did Zach like the movie about old people? That was remade from a George Burns movies in the 70s.
Zach, why are you wearing your pants so high this week?
Why am I wearing
Why
am I wearing grandpa shoes all the time?
There's some very high socks.
No, I dug the film. Yeah, it is very, very. It's tame. It's a tame movie. It's a PG-13 old people joke movie, but I had fun with it.
Lady does say fuck in it though.
Yes. Oh, in the best possible way too. Yeah. I enjoyed everybody's performances in it. Christopher Lloyd's bit in it was really hilarious. Anne Margaret, I didn't realize Anne Margaret was still alive,
so pretty.
but she is just stunning still to this day. So
I wish she'd let her hair go gray. She'd be prettier.
So yeah, would I spend money on it? Maybe a matinee, or just get it on Blu-ray when it comes out. But definitely worth your time.
Yeah.
Cool. So I went to the theater like at 2 p.m. It's like 1:45.
Oh no!
And while I was waiting in line, there's like 5 or 6 geriatric people in front of me, and they're talking about how they're so excited to see this movie and they won't shut up. And so I got up there and I'm like, fuck this. So I went and saw Get Out instead. So should you go see Get Out? Yeah, you should go see Get Out. It's pretty fun. In a horror
Suddenly
movie
I don't feel so bad for leaving on you guys.
Driving up here, Zach and I made a joke about that, and I kind of knew you were going to do this to us.
I was placing bets on which movie he was going to fool us with.
Yeah. Well, shoot.
I was like waiting in line, and these people wouldn't shut up. It was driving me crazy. And I just knew I was going to go in there, and they're going to sit right behind me, and every time someone would say a line, they'd go, oh, he's in Shawshank Redemption.
Who's that?
Or, it's Morgan Freeman! Come on! So yeah, I went and saw Get Out instead.
Awesome.
Yeah, here's a trailer for Going in Style, though.
Gentlemen, this is the final rose tonight.
Luke, the only choice she's got.
She's not going to move to a farm in those heels.
She's kissed them all with her tongue. She's a walking venereal disease.
Chase.
I'm seeing an overdrawn balance in your daily checking.
Yeah, my mortgage payment tripled.
I've disclosed the possibility of a rate hike during your refi. Do you remember that?
Everyone on the ground, now!
The three men walked off with $1.6 million.
They choreographed it like a dance.
A conga line right into prison.
They didn't get caught.
Semtex Steel has frozen all pension payments.
I'm thinking of robbing a bank.
I'm thinking about buying a Ferrari.
I just got drafted by the Knicks. Good week for everybody, huh? Williamsburg Savings will manage the liquidation of the fund.
These banks practically destroyed this country, and nothing ever happened to them.
I want to rob that bank.
Let's go get our money back. Yeah.
You pick exactly what's on the pension, right?
That's all I want.
What if we get more?
We give it to charity. It's time for a practice run. We'll be right back.
I don't want to stay in the car. It's hot in here.
Hello, Al.
I got to get some chicken fries.
Breasts are better than thighs, don't you think?
Never has anybody walked off with a whole pork loin.
Jump in the basket.
Who the hell you think I am? E.T.? I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. Look what you did to Cindy. She's looking like a Colombian drug mule.
We're gonna need professional help.
You think?
You 5-0? We're practically 8-0.
From now on, you communicate by texting.
How do you work without buttons?
It's a touchscreen.
I'm groping it all over. Nothing happens.
Reminds me of the time we went to Reno. We ate like kings.
We were kings.
We still are.
Ladies and gentlemen. Halt! Halt!
What are you chasing me for?
Don't make me tase you!
This is not an admission of guilt. I'm just tired.
Based on the trailer, Ryan, do you think you would see Going in Style?
No.
So this was a lost cause from the get-go.
So I'm going to stick around for this review and hear you guys, or us review Going in Style, and then when Ryan has a comment, not acknowledge that we're reviewing it and just talk about Get Out. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's funny because we even on the drive up here, I was like, I don't know that there's much to say about this movie because it's pretty straightforward. It's old guys robbing a bank, and
but they're old.
Yeah, but the nice thing about this is like the jokes aren't too often about them being old. Like you have scenes which I actually think most of the time they do relatively well. You have scenes where it's like when he goes to the bank and you see like the weird, modern furniture, and he's like, dude, if I sit in that chair, it's going to be a pain in the ass for me to get back up. And you kind of, but I think those jokes are handled relatively well. Mm-hmm. For the most part, it's sort of a to B to C like cookie cutter story, but I think it's done relatively well. If you didn't have Alan Arkin and Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine in this, and like just this really great ensemble cast, this movie would be pretty much shit. But their chemistry together makes scenes that are otherwise silly actually play really well. Like,
and I think that helps too in Get Out. Like it elevates Get Out because the ensemble's really good. I mean, I think Allison Williams is really great.
She's so pretty.
And I can't remember the name of the main character. What's the actor's name?
Allison Williams is about as pretty as Anne Margaret when she was young. I mean, not quite, but so. That's one of the things when Anne Margaret shows up. I was surprised because I didn't know she was going to be in it. And then like her little romance with Alan Arkin is so pleasent. Though I mean, you have to watch. Alan
looking
Arkin,
for a relationship.
Yeah, you have to watch Alan Arkin bone a lady a lot, which I wasn't expecting when I sat down next to my mom.
When I watch Bradley Whitford, I expect him to be sleazy.
Yeah,
and this is a little more sinister. He wasn't quite like a sleazeball like in Billy Madison or everything else he's done.
No,
he's more of kind of just sinister. And you could there's this. What I loved about the movie, there's this like bubbling tension throughout the whole film, and something's not quite right in it. And
it's funny because like there's all these sequences where they're possibly going to get caught, and there is. I mean, he's right. There is this interesting tension where like, they are robbers. Like near the end, you almost do kind of think like there should be some kind of consequences for this, but they set up the premise of the movie well enough that you still end up rooting for these old guys because they're just so charming.
Mhm.
Like you want them to get away with it.
You have the element of them being screwed over by their company. As the sympathy element, as the sympathy card,
Yeah.
but
it's almost over the top because at some point you're just like, man, life for Michael Caine got real hard real fast.
It's funny because we were talking about the cinematography of this film on the way back. One of the things I love about the cinematography of Going in Style is like they do the slow motion shot for the badass that walks out of the room, and then he saves this specific shot for the little girl who decides not to point them out.
Yeah.
And I was
Which-
like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Which was interesting. I think there were little moments like that where, like, I would say that the third act of this movie is relatively messy.
Mhm.
Like, that's sort of the part where I was like, okay, guys, can they just get away with the robbery and roll credits? Like, I don't really need this much, How about we get to see them enjoying not being foreclosed on? I would just like them to have dinner.
That's what I was waiting for. Was like I want to know how they pulled this off, even if they don't. Like I kind of wanted them to not get away with it because, they live in the real world and there's consequences. So when the girl, just like gives them a pass, I'm just like, wow, this is so like cheesy.
Do they live in the real world? Because there's this scene where they rob a grocery store and they're literally like shoving hams down their pants.
Well,
and
also
you're
that
like, all
grocery
right, this is maybe cartoonish.
That grocery store has an extreme number of security
Cans of Spam.
No,
I've
security
never
guards.
seen a grocery store with that many cans of Spam.
Cans of Spam, but also like there's like way too many security guards in that one little grocery store.
I've never been. We should.
Maybe
ask
that's
Henry.
how they roll in New York.
I mean,
Yeah, like-
the TSA agents, though, are the real stars of detective work. Is anytime something goes wrong, it's TSA, bitch.
Yeah, and it is funny how like how heroic this movie makes security people look.
It is.
You know? Like when she's chasing them down the street and he's like throwing flour in her face, I was like, holy shit. What security guard goes this far?
Right.
It's a fair point, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a
But
fun.
the lead actor, Daniel Kaluuya, something like that. He's really great in it. He does really good when he's acting without saying anything, being hypnotized. It's great. And you have Catherine Kinnear playing against type as kind of an evil lady. I mean,
yeah, she's great.
It's not really spoilers, too, because, you kind of know there's already something off with these people.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I like how you can tell it's Jordan Peele with some of the comedy that's in it, where it never really seems out of place. He does a nice balance with it.
Yeah, you can also tell that it's Zach Braff because it's like there are times where it's just really obvious and a little bit corny, and you're like, all right, this is maybe a little overly sentimental.
It's almost as if like it was made by the guy who starred in Scrubs.
Yeah. It's just funny to watch somebody like a director come from TV and like it can be surprising that the guy they have some chops. So
yeah, what movie did you watch this week, Kellen?
I watched Get Him to the Heater.
Get him to the Greek? Ryan.
We watched Moana.
You watch Moana?
Dory.
Just rub your chin on the mic. Just
I'm watching Dory the Big Fuck.
The Dory with the big truck.
Oh yeah, all right.
When it crashes, and that's his favorite part when it crashes and all the sea life goes out of it.
I could have sworn.
Yeah, I know. I think I heard what I thought I heard.
I'll bleep it.
Can I step out of the Going in Style review and go to the Get Out review?
No, you didn't see that movie this week.
Damn.
No, that's only for him.
Oh.
mercy.
Christopher Lloyd's in this movie, and he was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so good. Yeah,
He's
Let's see
an
him act
ancillary
again.
character, but it works.
Yeah.
At one point, I genuinely, especially when he and Anne Margaret showed up, I was like, Zach Braff just wanted to go get all his favorite old actors and put them in a movie, which was fun. Anne Margaret doesn't look like she's aged a day since Grumpier Old Men.
I know it's a scene they showed in the trailer, but I really like the scene where they're all watching The Bachelorette.
Yes.
I don't know what. She's
That was
kissed him
pretty
So add that as another great Michael Caine-ism to put in your...
kissed him
She's kissed him.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard
Ruby,
to
the
beat.
size of
those-
a tangerine.
These guys are just so charming. Like you could just watch them sit around and watch The Bachelorette and the whole movie, and you'd be like, all right, this is all right. You know?
And I love Alan Arkin in that movie, but I
He's
mean,
so good.
I like Alan Arkin in everything. He makes guys. He makes turtlenecks seem cool.
I just want to hang out with him.
Speaking of turtles,
like
the guy who
turtles.
voices Raphael in the old movies was the bank manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is hard to watch him like completely ham it up in those scenes,
And then go into a cat position.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. The
cat position, pee himself.
The scene with the gun was pretty funny, especially because that was a good callback. Because like they all have to learn how to shoot a gun, so at least they know what they're doing. So then I kind of knew where it was going. I was like, no, he's gonna actually try to shoot them. Like it's going to happen.
I'm blanking on him. Who plays the lead detective?
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, that's right.
Yeah, which I saw him and I was like, oh, you're still alive. Remember Crash?
Remember when you got that Oscar buzz that one time?
Yeah.
What did we watch this morning?
Remember
Star
Factotum?
Wars.
Remember other things that Matt Dillon was in?
No, I don't.
I think that's kind of the point.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Kellen is now eating the microphone.
He saw Darth Vader this morning, huh?
You saw Darth Vader? Did you watch Rogue One?
Say yes.
You watched Darth Vader. That's what they should have called that movie.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
A Star Wars story.
Darth Vader, a Star Wars story. Yeah.
I think they did that already.
I mean, I will say that going in style, though, I mean, the trailers are pretty fun. It's just, I'm not joking. When I was sitting there and just hearing those old people gab, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm already sick and annoyed.
And see, the trailers for Get Out, though, really, like, they really disturbed me, so I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the movie. I was like, oh, this is really smart.
It is. You know.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
See what I did there? We switch roles. We do. It's really good. The boiling tension in the movie's done really well.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a little bit cheap most of the time, but you know, it's old guys robbing a bank. Like, you know, it can only be so tense.
They wear Rat Pat masks. It's awesome.
It's tense like back pain.
Anything else to add since you interrupted our review again, Brad?
No, I really just came back to say it was corny and Christopher Lloyd's great. So enjoy, the rest of your week, guys.
We're not even done with the show yet. We're not,
I'm
you can
good.
really stay until we
I gotta
wrap up.
go. No, you guys can finish.
Actually,
I
I'm curious.
think Ryan's going to talk about Get Out some. Like what?
Well, I mean, we don't have to. It's what? been
No.
a
Don't
month
let
and
him
a
off
half.
the hook. Don't let him off the hook here.
I know, Zach, you thought Get Out was a genre-defining film in the horror.
I really love the movie, if that's what you mean. I don't know if I would call it genre defining, but
I know. I read your post on Facebook. That's what it said, didn't it?
no, I don't think that's the one. I don't
What'd
think
you
I
say
said
about it?
I said it was a game changer, but
kind of the same thing.
Okay,
and then you also said you're going to disown your sister because she didn't like it.
Yeah, that's true. I am searching for a new sister. Please call 555.
Well, I mean, it'd probably be worse if she said she didn't like Halloween.
Oh, if she said she hated Halloween, then like there would be no contact whatsoever.
I will say the opening tracking shot was pretty impressive.
He said that in an interview that it reminded him of Halloween, or it was influenced by Halloween.
Oh, you can tell.
But I love that like creepy music, that the Run Rabbit Run song,
Yeah.
by from the 40s. It's like 40s recording. I actually looked it up after the movie, and I just kept listening to it.
And what's fun too is I like too the his friend when he calls and talks to Rose, and she's trying to play him off. He's like, "Hang on," I'm like, "Oh man, he's not gonna fall for this." Like, "You lying bitch," and he goes like crazy, and I think it's pretty great.
TS motherfucking A.
It's really well done. Yeah, Allison Williams is great. That's why I was always confused with Peter Pan that she did. I'm like, Peter Pan should not be very attractive. She did that Peter Pan live.
I know.
I was like, what the hell?
It's the only reason I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I think that what Get Out, I just Get Out does a lot of stuff for the genre that it needs right now. Like, because like
I think so too. I'm really tired of like the paranormal shit.
Like at least release one good horror movie this year.
Well, we may get some stuff down the rest of
I
the
mean,
year.
but right now, I mean, James is right. I mean,
yeah, it's the only.
Last year we had Neon Demon. This year we got Get Out. Like we'll be
not
all right.
the Neon Demon.
Anyway,
I just like, and maybe I oversold it. Maybe I should.
Oh no, I think
No,
it's,
you didn't. It's amazing.
No, I think it's a pretty important film. I when you make a horror film that is entertaining and isn't really horrific until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, the horror comes from people, the uneasiness of it,
Yeah.
and the weird.
Trying to act the way that they think they should act. That's like that's why I love, like, if you like the Get Out page on Facebook, it'll do different memes every day, and one of them is Bradley Whitford saying, "I voted for Obama for a third term if I could."
Yeah,
I freaking love that movie.
It's
I'm
really
gonna go
well
watch
done.
Get Out. Brad, drive me to the theater.
So
Too late. I'm leaving.
I was gonna say, Fast and Furious next week.
Next week is Fate of the Furious. Brad, are you going to join us for that one?
Yes.
I guess I have a lot of homework to do this week.
Yeah, you do. Yes. Wait, have you never seen any of them, or you just
No,
haven't
remember
seen
he
all-
hasn't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them.
It just blows my mind every
Go
time.
back 2 episodes of Real Nerds Podcast.
First you got to watch Point Break.
No,
Because
no,
if you don't, you won't even understand like why Fast and Furious is funny. If the first one is funny, if you haven't seen Point Break.
Tuna sandwich.
You know what's funny is this week when I'm cataloging the episodes, the episode I left off on is Fast and Furious 6, I think.
Oh,
Fast and Furious 6.
The
And you're not on that
Hangover.
I'm on there, but I'm just listening to you guys talk about it because we split it with The Hangover.
Hey!
Which I saw.
Did we talk about the
Hangover
fact
3.
like, when we reviewed that? Did we talk about the fact that you haven't seen any of them?
You mentioned it and then just glossed over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's pretty much you and Ryan's show.
Wow. Okay.
So it was a really good one.
I was gonna say, like every show. What? Certainly like this one, since you keep leaving all the time. What?
You'll be fine without me. It's fine.
So the Fate of the Furious.
All right. Cool. Well, until
Okay.
next week. Thanks for coming by a few times, Brad.
Yeah, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
I'm glad I could contribute to the podcast.
You asshole.
I know you need me.
Hey, we don't need you. We want you, Brad.
Oh.
Yep.
We want you to want me.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.